Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you the top 5 fragrances that I acquired over the course of 2023. So last Thursday, I kind of went through and showed you all the fragrances, and it was 70 plus fragrances that I got throughout the year. So I wanted to share with you my top 5. Now that's quite difficult because so many of them I'm absolutely in love with. Like, I love them. Now, before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. I'm going to start with the fragrance that I talked about the most and I'm so in love with, and that is Broceliande by Sidora. So this kind of replaced my fixation on Lyra, which I also absolutely love. Absolutely love Lyra. It's such a great fragrance, but I'm just in love with the lime note in this. So there is lemon in here too, but the lime is just what comes out more than anything. So it has lime, there's caramel, there's some spices in here, there's rum, so there's a booziness to this one. It smells like some sort of milky lime caramel rummy drink. It's so mouth-watering. It's really, really sexy. And I just love smelling it. Like, I'm addicted to it. I also find it kind of comforting, but it smells really pretty sophisticated. So if you want something that's slightly different than the lemon fragrances that are out there right now, there's so many great lemon vanilla combos. This is like a lime version of that. Lime is one of my favorite citruses. Like, I really enjoy, like, if I ever go to a restaurant, I like lime in my Coke or whatever. Love lime. Really, really enjoy this. Love lime in water. I just love lime. So this one is so good. When I smell this, I think of like all these professionals. They're probably in the finance industry, and they all go to this fancy club / restaurant in the evenings, and the waiters and waitresses are wearing white and black, but it's all very sophisticated, and there's just a bunch of black suits and black dresses going on. But somehow they still know how to party. This would be the fragrance. Like, so good, so juicy and addictive because of that lime caramel rum concoction. But somehow sophisticated as well. So I love this one. I prefer it more in the warmer weather, but you could wear this one all year round. This one sits a little closer to the skin too. Next fragrance that I absolutely love is Narciso Rodriguez's Musk Noir for Her. Honestly, as far as a designer fragrance is concerned, this one smells kind of niche to me. So the plum in here is amazing. It's got rose, tuberose, there's a vanilla in here, there's of course musk. For whatever reason, this gives me a little bit of a woody vibe as well. There's a depth to this. It's extremely sensual, feminine, soft, alluring. It's very, very good. Like, such a gorgeous fragrance. I've never been a Narciso Rodriguez fan until this one came along. I find this one to be sophisticated, a little bit naughty, very sensual, but very feminine. So love this fragrance. Now, this one was a surprise to me. I didn't think I would love this one as much as I did, but I just can't even believe it. It's by Bozo's Habibi. This one is such a sophisticated, classy fragrance. So when I think elegant, this comes to mind. So what's interesting about this one is it has this amazing green note in the opening. And I never thought I would be so in love with a green note, but it works so beautifully with this fragrance. So you get this green note, and then you get some cherry and some almond in there. It says that there's some sandalwood. Don't really get that. Don't really get a whole lot of the muskiness either, but it's just a beautiful kind of slightly, it feels cold and warm. You get the coldness from that green aspect, but some warmth from that almond. It's just extremely elegant, classy, and sophisticated. This is like your rich, sophisticated, classy woman that is on a lot of steering committees. That's what I always think of. Like, You know, she wears pearls, she has high heels, she lives in a freaking, like a gargantuan estate, but it's more of a traditional style estate. There's nothing traditional about this. Like, this is a very modern, classy, sophisticated fragrance, extremely elegant. This woman is understated, beautiful, and very demure, but she knows how to get the job done. Love this fragrance. Like, it's so, so beautiful. Like, this is one that could definitely be a signature scent for sure. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. Now, this one is new to my collection, but I already know that it's one of my favorites. And the reason why I know that is because I had a decant of it and I was like drooling over it. I continually wanted it. And then Danny from Deep Green Beauty got it for me for Christmas, which was so nice. And it is Barakat Gentle Gold by Maison Fragrance World. So I think that you can get this on Fragbar. I'll leave all the fragrances linked down below. I don't know what it is about this fragrance, but this one again is elegant and sophisticated. So Val, she smelt this and she gets Band-Aids out of it. I just think it's so amazing. This has vanilla, amber, musk, woody notes, juniper, nutmeg, and coriander. So to me, I would be anticipating something that smells woody, balsamic, and a little bit medicinal with some spice. For whatever reason, this fragrance has such a gorgeous sweetness. It's just delicious. I don't know how to explain it other than it smells sweet, a little bit spicy, really smooth. I definitely get the juniper, and I'm a huge juniper fan. So get that little hint of balsamic aspect from that juniper, but I just think it smells amazing. This smells slightly woody, I would say, but I get a lot of sweetness from it. So I don't know if it's from the vanilla. It's a very sophisticated kind of balsamic, slightly sweet vanilla. I love it. It feels like there should be some sort of fruit in there, but I don't know what it would be. This comes across uber elegant and sophisticated. This could be a signature scent as well. So love it. The longevity isn't amazing on this, like about 5 hours, but I just love it. And if you spray it on clothes, of course, it lasts longer. It may get better too with age, but I am in love with this fragrance. Like, if anything, I would say this one is leaning towards a signature fragrance for me because I just love it. There's basically nothing out of this bottle because I just got it. But like I said, I had a decant of it and just love that decant to death. So huge, huge love for me. So glad to have this. And the last of my top 5 favorite out of all the fragrances that I got this year is Sable Gris by Experimental Perfume Clubs. The first fragrance I got from them was Tonka Sesame, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure I like it. This one is such a massive love. It definitely is way more warm, spicy, but it smells so smooth and rich. It smells decadent, but it's not cloying. It smells extremely rich, opulent. Like, this is old money vibes for sure, but old money in today's time. Like, it smells so good. There's ginger, tobacco, turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom, sandalwood, leather. It doesn't come across too leathery, and definitely it's unisex for sure. But you get that spiciness. There's a smoothness to it. It reminds me a lot of Gris Charnel by BDK, but this is way smoother. It's less, like, Gris Charnel to me comes across a little bit soapy, like a little bit clean somehow. I really like it, but this one is a little bit more saturated, a little smoother, a little bit sweeter, but it's got that pepper. It's just amazing. It's so classy and sophisticated. Like, honestly, all these fragrances are uber kind of sophisticated and sensual. They all have their own take, but there's that classy, sophisticated, bougie sensuality. Yeah, I'm just digging it, man. So love this one. I honestly wouldn't be able to choose a favorite out of all of these because they're all such stellar fragrances. So in love with all of them. I had so many great fragrances. Like I said, with PR, They allow me to choose the fragrances that I want a lot of times. So some of them were just gifted and I'd never smelt them before, like Habibi, and I just love it. But a lot of the fragrances that I received over the course of the year, I got to choose based on samples that I had tried. So it's not like I had any duds other than Tonka Sesame. Wasn't as crazy about that one. But these ones are just like way, way top tier. So love them. What about you? What were your favorite fragrances? Did you have a favorite that you purchased over the course of the year? If so, leave it in the comments. Tell me why. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week. We'll talk to you soon.